NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Look at the Mavericks.
And I know I've never been a fan of playing games on back-to-back nights, but if you've got to do it, it's a lot easier coming into the second off a win as they are tonight.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Harris. Both teams tonight, Doris, looking to take a measured approach to this game. What should we expect to see in these half-court sets?
Yeah, typically these two coaches want to make sure they're in control of what's transpiring in the half-court. So you'll see that point guard look over to the sideline, maybe get a play call from the head coach, and then try to execute it. But they're certainly seeking out the best matchups, and if that means changing sides of the floor, getting the third and fourth options, that's exactly what these teams will do.
And Hayward gets it to go.
Well, Gordon Hayward will find his rhythm fast if you allow him to catch and shoot.
And it's Harris off the drive to the inside. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And that one, good. Harris has got his first bucket in this one.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Harris looking it over. Five to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Harris inside the line. And it's going to be a 24. Second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, one season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
Dallas with the ball. It's stolen by Harris. And even 3-on-3 break. Back to Jokic. Ball's knocked loose. Evans with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, don't let Gordon Hayward's polished offensive game deceive you about his athleticism. This guy drives with force to the rim.
And Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
And stolen by Wright. Fast break, Dallas. Embiid leading the charge.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage of look as you can really get.
Jokic, no good. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
And here is Wright after Devin Harris hitting the three. Wright with it, picked up by Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Embiid got his first points of the night.
Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
Embiid with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And that one's good. Right.
Well, that's the IQ of Gordon Hayward on display. He understands what the defense is trying to take away and finds the open man.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. Doris, great to see Gordon Hayward out there fully recovered from his injury.
You know, after watching that injury happen, you had to wonder if he'd ever play again. So how wonderful to see Gordon Hayward just step between the lines and compete.
Who's watching here?
Now here is Harris. Jokic. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Both good from the line that time.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
A nice shot by Harris.
Boy, maybe a little bit selfish to take such a tough shot instead of passing it off. But, boy, as long as it's good, he won't hear about it.
Now here's Evans. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
Harris outside. Over Hayward. Hayward with some nice D. Second shot opportunity. He can't hit that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. New Orleans moving it around.
Shot.
12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Left side, Harris. Pass to Harris. Here's Jokic. That's good from 17 feet away.
Good job working the in-between area.
Yeah, I think if the defense is going to give that to him, he's got to take the opportunity.
So it's Gordon Hayward making things happen for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
It has, Greg, no doubt. Love that they've gotten after it on the defensive end. Just continue to put pressure on.
For 3, Harris. Nailed from three-point land. Harris has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Pelicans.
In today's NBA, we like to talk about that three-point shot. Well, the Dallas Mavericks, believe it or not, took the fourth most in the NBA last year.
13 feet away. Chalk up 2 there. 6 points for Joel Embiid.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, "You realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you." Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. Here's Jokic. And he hits it to tie the game up. Jokic has got 5 now. And the Mavs, Doris, not only took a lot of threes, they made a lot of threes.
Well, when you have shooters, the likes of Dirk Nowitzki, Wes Matthews, Doug McDermott, the list goes on, three-point shooting was the least of their worries last season.
Pass to Harris. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Brooks. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Brooks has got his first points of the game. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now Harris. He has 5. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, it's Harris. That 3 off the mark. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. The Mavericks leading. Brooks outside. Back to Evans. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Evans has got his second bucket of the game to go. We now have rules, Doris, that protect shooters from defenders stepping underneath them. But what about when the defender leaves his feet and the offensive player steps underneath and tries to draw the foul?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to look at is, okay, we certainly do not want the defender to have unnatural movements which place him underneath the feet of the shooter, because that's where injuries can happen. On the other side of the equation, and this has become problematic to me, you see far too many shooters either jump unnaturally outside of what should be a straight up and down shooting motion, or guys who kick their legs sideways in an attempt to draw contact and fall over. But Kev, this is where officiating is about feel, touch, and vision.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
The Mavericks trailing. Hayward outside. And Hayward with the stuff.
How about the quick first step of Gordon Hayward? Exceptional at gliding past the defense on his way to the bucket.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got the lead up to 1 now for New Orleans. Pass to Morris. Hayward outside. Here's Embiid. He gets it in there. Embiid's got his 3rd bucket of the night. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Inside. And finished off by Collins.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open. Let me make the game easy for him.
Pass to Morris. Hayward outside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Embiid. And another shot. Uses the glass to drop it in. Embiid got 10 points.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And the Mavericks making a change here. 40 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Smith. Over to the left wing. Collins wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. Here's Doncic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Out to Hayward. 6 to shoot. Here's Embiid. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here is Harris. Harris outside. Jokic with it. 6 to shoot. With a floater. Down low. It's stolen by Morris. Pulls from the top of the key. No good off the front iron.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
A shot by Hayward, wide open. Connects from three-point range. Hayward's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Mavs. Pass to Jokic. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Embiid, no good.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
To the left wing. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Embiid.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
For three, Harris. It's rebounded by Doncic. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts.
Here's Harris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And Harris drops them both. Doris, for rookies, beyond skill, what attributes do you think they need to have an early shot at success?
Yeah, I think one of the things that you always wonder about, and one of the great players in history, Kevin Garnett, talks about the impact that other older players had on him. Sam Mitchell, when he first arrived in the league, they taught him the work habits necessary to succeed at a high level. So the first thing you'd have to have is commitment to work. And the second thing is the right temperament. An NBA season spans 82 games over 6 months. There will inevitably be ups and downs. And how do you weather both of those things, Kevin?
Evans with the steal. Here's Hayward. Rejected by Harris. Back to Jokic. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Harris looking it over. Good D by Embiid.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Wright. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
What's up?
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Smith in the post. And here's Harris from the arc. Frames the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward. New Orleans shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Embiid in the corner. Jokic with the steal. Here's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Harris has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
To the inside. Hayward lays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And here is Wright. He has 5. Lets it go from the wing. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 12 points in the game. Pass to Harris. Fires from deep. Another shot. Harris outside. Now here's Jokic. Shot clock at 6. The 3. Harris's shot is off.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
And one thing Rick Carlisle is known for is his accountability.
Right, and that extends to himself as much as it does the players who play for him. Listen, if this guy makes the wrong play call, he is going to make sure you know about that. And I think that's an approach you see from the top down in this organization.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Smith in the post. And Smith with the stuff.
This is Smith Jr. in a nutshell. A fearless guy who takes on all comers when he's looking to score.
First personal foul, team Smith.
And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
And Smith, no good on that one.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Pass to Wiles. Back to Brooks. Now here's Embiid. 12 points for him. And the rejection by Zubac. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Timeout. Start it.
timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
Pelicans trail by 5. The shot and game clock separated by 4. The drive by Smith. Here's Collins. Off target from three-point range. Dallas calls timeout.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Mavericks leading by 5.
And slow things up here with a chance to get the last shot of the quarter.
Exactly right. That's what you'd like to see. Hopefully they play the clock to perfection here.
Brooks outside. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, superb awareness, Greg, right? Not allowing them to get comfortable running their offense, being super aggressive.
And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Doncic. Embiid in the corner. The second effort. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Fast break, Dallas. Embiid leading the charge. The free throw drops for Embiid. And Embiid drops them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
To the middle. Back to Harris. Tipped away. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Jokic. The shot, no good.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Mavericks leading by 9. Harris on the double team. Embiid wide open. That one wide left.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And that one's good. Brooks.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Harris. Back to Jokic. Harris outside. The three-pointer, no good. Harris with it. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. And that one goes long. Here's Morris. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Harris. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Mavericks call time here. Well, so often when a player changes teams, Doris, you see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is, teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Here's Harris. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
A baseline J. That's good on the jump shot. Harris has got 4 this quarter. To the paint. And Hayward with the stuff.
Well, you love the mindset from Gordon Hayward right now. He's saying, I'm a dangerous scorer, and you better check me, boys.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Doncic with it. Picked up by Harris. Harris outside. Shoots over Doncic. Harris's shot is off. And the call up against Jokic. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Pass to Embiid. Deflected by Jokic. And he gets it back. Harris on the double team. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Now Jokic. Here's Harris. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, pretty obvious over the back call there, but being out of position, that was really the only option.
Right, or he can just concede the rebound, and probably better off doing that than picking up a silly foul.
Pass to Jokic. Embiid with the steal. Here's Doncic. Here's Embiid. On the money from 12 feet away. Embiid's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
And Hayward gets it to go.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Mavericks.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done. And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
Out to Harris. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. A nice shot by Harris. And they go to the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.